Welcome to the smoking stove. Ducking at tonight. That's what we're doing. Happy Monday! You like my new hat? I like my new hat. It's light, soft. It's Timu. Anyways, this is what we're doing. This is my bug stove. Black flies are just awful today, so I'm just doing this, and we'll see what happens. I only got a short battery today, so I don't have the use of an extension cord at the moment because I'm using them for other things. But hi, everybody, welcome in. In Today we're just sitting here seeing if the stove is going to work because black flies are horrible. And I'm just getting a little bit of coal bed. Wait for some folks to come in, say hi. I won't be out after dark. I did a lot weeks ago, and the neighbor told me that there's a bear. And I didn't see a bear, but he said he could smell a bear. But no sooner, I was only on for about an hour, and when I came in, I checked the monitors for the camera. Didn't see a bear. Sure did see a lynx, so that tells me he was just out here playing with me the whole time, and I didn't even know he was out. So I'm just gonna run this till it starts getting dark, and y'all can watch the sunset with me. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. So I hope y'all hang out with me, and if you don't, well, I guess y'all got lives and real lives and things to do and family and stuff like that. I'm just sitting out here by myself, just enjoying some dirt and some black flies. So hopefully this live goes better than the one the other night, because the one the other night was pretty disappointing. I was only up for about 45 minutes before I shut her down. Alright, let me see if make sure I got everything going on here. What we got? Alright, what's this button do? Pushing buttons again. Let's get into live chat. Hello, Bud Files. Welcome in, my friends. Welcome in. We're trying this again. I struggle with this, you know that. Like I was saying, there's been bear scent around 2 nights ago. I did live on Facebook and had to shut it down. And I didn't see a bear, but about 10 minutes after I went in, I was only up for about an hour. 10 minutes after I went in, I checked the security camera, just happened to glance at the monitor, saw something there, and I thought, is that the bear? No, it was a freaking lynx. It was the size of a dog. So right now I'm only about 20 feet from the back door because I'm chicken. But I built myself a fort, and I'll get all my little twinkle lights going as soon as it starts to get dark, just to show you all, and then I'll probably shut it down. So if there's bears in the area, I'm not messing with them. If you guys want to see that bear I'm talking about from, a year ago, check out on my playlist. It's called The Bees and the Bears. And you can see that bear kept coming back night after night. And I got about 4 different videos of it. It snapped its jaws at me and everything while I was up on the porch. And I was terrified for like over a year. I wouldn't even come outside. As soon as it started getting dark, nope. Wasn't having none of it. So, in case you're wondering, yeah, that's a piece of tinfoil right here. I don't want to lean in too close. That's a piece of tinfoil in here. This is that old stove I was gonna just chuck out, but because the bugs are bad, and I'm I'm close enough to the garden and the barn that, I mean, it's not a danger to the barn or anything. But take me some green grass, and we do some of that. Now I'm killing weeds and chasing off the bugs. It's perfect. It's perfect. So I don't know what I've been doing wrong. Every time I go to post a video after, it's been like the last time I did it, I think I stopped at what 11 o'clock. So I came in, plugged in the tablet, um, said yeah, go ahead and share it with everybody. And I know you got to keep it private until it loads, and then you can change that after. But I went to bed, and I got up, and I didn't check it. And then I checked later on in the afternoon, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it said it was still processing. And I'm like, that can't be right. How can it still be processing a video that, a live stream that was only an hour and 49 minutes? So apparently I'm doing something wrong. So I'm doing this one as a test to see if I can get it to post up. But if not, well, then you get to just, once you see it, you see it. So, and again, that's another fire. I'm not a firebug, I promise. I'm just trying to get everything all burned up in the yard so that I can start enjoying the yard. Actually, I'm trying to get everything burned up in the yard so I cut the grass, because my goat will eat it, but she doesn't eat it all at once. And yeah, you're a redneck when you cut the grass and find a boat. So far, I found 2 canoes and a rowboat. Sounds like Canadian, the Canadian. What is that? The Canadian Marines. You got 2 canoes and a rowboat. But yeah, the stove's doing all right. It's still got a little bit of life left in it. If you're watching, if you're still here, there's a big crack along here that flames shoot out of. There's a crack along the top here that flames shoot out of. And I got a wee hole at the back. Not quite as big as a dime. But, I mean, like I said, I was just going to chuck it out. But then I thought, well, why not put it back by the garden? Throw the weeds in it. We have an invasive flower. It's, what's it called now? Hawkweed. A lot of people mistake it for Indian paintbrush. It is not Indian paintbrush, but it's hawkweed. It's a red and orange flower. Kind of looks like a dandelion. Grows in a cluster. It comes in yellow as well, but we've got like the red and orange ones. Has a fuzzy stem. When you break the stem, it gets like almost like a milky substance. And a lot of times when you see it, it'll have looks like foam on it. Okay. If your animals get that and start licking it, it'll make them sick. For one, that's the worst part. Even my goat, I won't let her eat it. And then if it gets in your lawn, it will kill your lawn. Like literally, it will just take over and hawkweeds. And I'll try to get a picture of one when they start to sprout, because I'm sure I'll find some more, because they're everywhere around here. But you got to dig them up by the roots. You can't just cut them down. And if you cut them down when they flower, they will still produce seeds as they dry out. You can't kill them unless you dig them up. And the leaves on the ground, they grow in patches like a dandelion, right, with the leaves right close to the dirt, and it grows like plate size. So you got to dig that up, because like I say, if you just cut flower tops off, it'll just send up another shoot. I think it grows from a rhizome or something. So they're pain in the butt, anyways. And if you get that foamy stuff on your fingers and rub your face, you're gonna have a bad day. You're gonna start getting itchy, and you're gonna break out in a rash, and you're gonna be all snot and slobber, and yeah, everywhere in Ontario. We tried to tell them about it at the township there. We tried to tell the ministry and that for our area, and they just kept saying it was cow parsnip, and it's not cow parsnip. It's like, no, this is the plant. Oh, that's Indian paintbrush. No, that's not Indian paintbrush. So then we had to send them all these freaking links to documentaries, National Geographic type documentaries, reputable places, where they were going after the purple loosestrife and the hawkweed, and they were showing all this stuff. They're like, oh, well, we didn't know that's what it was. Well, we told you that's what it was. Out west, we had it. My one neighbor, his sister came to visit. She picked a whole bunch of them, put them in a bucket, was going to take them back to Alberta, and it's like, no! Oh my gosh. You're just going to transport an invasive species into the prairies. No, don't do that. So, looking forward to that. But yeah, so I'm trying to get everything just burned up, cleared up, so I can actually get the lawnmower through here. I decided to bring my frog pond around the back. I'll probably still keep that little one in the front, but I figure with the eaves trough being busted and the rain coming off the roof all the time, I'm going to set up tripods with old chunks of plastic eaves trough, because when the snow hits the roof and then curls under, it just rips it off every year. So I'm going to set that up so as it drips, it hits the plastic one and do it like an artesian well, you know, it goes from high to low. Just set that all up and take the boat over to closer to the bank here, to the bottom of the hill, and then let it drain out into a fish pond. So I dig myself a little fish pond back here, and that way I can farm fish turds and water my garden. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I set up this tarp. What I'm sitting under right now, it's kind of like a baker tent, but it was just to keep the rain off me the other night, and I haven't taken it down yet. And honestly, I probably should take it down. But I just did it over a swing set, and as the smoke comes in here, the bugs don't. I'm sitting out here in a t-shirt right now, whereas today I had to wear a long sleeve shirt all day doing hay, just because the black flies were just swarming. And I started up this little stove, and shazam, they're gone. So should be for a good night. At least I won't be scratching and having things biting on me. But yeah, I'll probably be calling it once it starts getting dark. But I just wanted y'all to watch the sunset. Sunset is just behind the tree now. You can barely see it. I can just barely see the sun itself through the trees, but I don't think the camera's picking it up. I don't know. It's... Let me see. The stove's backwards, so it's over this way. Yeah, it's on this side, so the sun is just over here. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. The sun is just over there somewhere. There we go. So I got a new doohickey. A new dick. I got a new doohickey. I got it from Temu. I tried it out. It's for my tablet. I don't know. Can you see this? It's like a leather strap. And it's got these two little hooks on them. You just hook it on your tablet. But unfortunately, when I put it on long ways, it covers up the camera. So I've had to take it, stretch it, and wrap it around and do it this way. So now I have this strap right here that goes right across the, sorry you can't see, right across the screen. All right. It doesn't affect filming, but it's just really hard to see if anybody's talking or anything. So, but yeah, I got that. It was like $2 or something. I don't know if you can see that. And I do have it sitting on a new little tripod right now. It's just a tabletop tripod, but I can adjust it to any position. And when I put this on, if I want to lean it down so y'all can see down towards my feet, like here, I'll just lean it out. So if I wanted to do that and have it way down low like that, you know, so we can all watch the ants together, all right, then I just put this on it and hook this onto the back of the tripod, and it holds it into place. So hopefully no more dropping everybody into the big pile of chicken schmutz, because that was not funny. And it wasn't funny when that chicken flew over me that day and just landed on my lap and walked across and pinched off a big turd right on my tablet while I was looking at it. So are you serious? But at least I had the cover over it. But I couldn't believe that. She just did a flyby smearing. Tomorrow I move all the chickens into the other chicken coop. Angelina's getting all cranky. I watched her tonight. Just after feeding everybody, she just walked up to one of the little grays that was going underneath underneath the nesting boxes. There's like a little alcove, I guess you'd call it, or something, or whatever, like a little cave. She was going into there, and Angelina just grabbed her by the tail and gave her a yank, yanked her out, made her cry. And I was like, what would you do that for? So I had enough of that. So they get to move tomorrow. moving them all in tomorrow. And they have their own chicken door that goes out to the yard. And Angelina will just have to spend some time by herself until she learns her manners. But when I open up to let them out, they'll all be in the same yard together. But they're just not going to spend the night in the same part of the building. Ravens are talking. So I figured that was about enough of her crap today. Oh, are you still there? Are you still alive? Did I kill you? Damn. Alright, so this thing works really well if you don't hit it with a stick. And that's what I did. I hit you with a stick. Threw you right in the ground. Aren't you glad I wasn't cleaning the barn right now? This way you only landed in a little dirt. But I got patio stones down here. I'm surprised I didn't break my tablet. That would have been bad. Spend a whole $6 to get 2 different things to help me film better and then break my tablet or something. But yeah, I just put the tinfoil on here because there's a big hole in the front. And it just stops everything from rolling out. It's not going to catch fire, but... So, do we got anybody else in here? I can't see. Live chat. I'll have to reset it. I don't know. Oh, I did something. I did something. All messages are visible. Alright, so it's just bud files that come to see me. Nobody loves me. They don't come visit me. That's because I'm squirrely. That's alright. That's alright. So I did get quite a few new cute little things from Temu. I'm going to do a video about those tomorrow, I think. I got like new earring hooks and new charms. But I got the hypoallergenic ones. They're a little more spendy. But if I'm going to make earrings, so you guys know where I stand with the stuff that turns you into a rash bag, right? So, yeah. So I'll test them on myself first. And if I make a pair and I don't have any reactions, they say they're hypoallergenic, and they said that they're stainless steel. The stainless surgical steel. That's the ones. So, yeah, those ones were a little more pricey. But, oh, that was not a chipmunk that just ran across in front of me. That was a freaking weasel. I'm telling you, lynxes, bears, weasels, Sam Squinch, or as I like to call my neighbor, Bert Squatch. Yeah, there's always something around here. But yeah, I got some anyways. I got some of that. I got a couple new tops, and I got my hat, and I got a couple pouches. It's crossbody pouch, so I can put my tablet in there, which I'm really happy about, right? It just comes across, and then it's got a little hole that you can stick your earphones through the hole and plug into your device. And I was looking at it going, I could put in a big Slurpee cup, right? Take that with me and stick the straw through the hole. Mr. Moon says, you probably put a king can of beer in there. Yeah, well, yeah. If it works, why not, right? But yeah, it should be fun. So I got, they sent me an extra one. So I was surprised because it said that I ordered a gray one and 2 black ones, and I don't recall ordering a second black one because I know I bought the set, but they ended up, it said that gray and black times 2 now. I don't know. I didn't get charged for the third one. So it was like, score. And then I got him a raincoat and telescoping fishing pole, something to just shove under the seat of the truck. What else I get? I got some fake hair, some ponytails, so when I don't feel like doing mine, I just shove it up under my hat and clip the hair on. Ta-da! Good to go. Some stickers. Got a cool wolf sticker to put in the window of the truck. And then one for the tailgate. It says, I I can't remember now. It's got a longhorn steer on it, and it says, "Oh, have the balls to pass me or get off my ass." Right. And then I got him a keychain that says, "You're my favorite asshole, but I love you." Nothing like telling him how you really feel, right? Tell me how you really feel. So that's all cool. But anyways, this is a little tarp I'm sitting under right now. Like I say, I did it baker style. I don't know if you can see all that. And then I got twinkle lights up behind me, but they're not lit yet. A little lantern there, and then right behind me here, I got another lantern there, and then all my wood is down on each side of me. So yeah, I'm blocked. The goat can't see me, right? But like I say, at least this way, if anything comes around my barn, well, I'm probably gonna hear it before anybody else does, because then everybody's gonna hear me before anybody sees anything, because I'll let out a whoop and a yell. But anyways, this is what I'm doing. This is what I keep doing, and I figure, well, the Virginia bushcrafter, he always says practice your skills. So I'm trying to practice getting a live feed out and then actually getting it out. Does that make sense? Right? So I don't know. I didn't give anybody notice that I was doing this, so that's okay. So if people show up, awesome. If they don't, that's okay too. That didn't hurt my feelings. Because, sometimes you just got to practice stuff. You have to practice. If you don't practice, then you're going to suck at everything. So I'm just practicing today. All right. And I'm not even playing guitar or nothing. I'm just out here practicing how to evade black flies. That's a good skill to know. Like, what the heck, girl? There's a million black flies out here. What are you doing? I'm burning grass in a little potbelly stove. All right, well, I'll set you back down so you guys can, watch the smoke and you don't get chewed up by black flies. No, none neither. All right, here we go. Hopefully, I don't throw you on the ground again. I'm sorry about that. I don't like to push my friends over. It's just not nice. That's not how you make friends. All right, try this stand again. It's brand new, so it's still kind of wobbly. I got you sitting on a flower pot. There ain't no flowers in it because it's upside down. But yeah, like I say, I'm just going to do this until it starts to get dark. And then it's just a test, so hopefully it's not too long, but it shouldn't take 17 hours to freaking load, and then still when I check it, it says still processing. Alright, bug repellent. But that's what I said when I brought the stove out. Will it work? Seems to be. So I only got the short chimney on it right now. It doesn't draw that well. But that's okay, because right now I just want to see if I'm getting the smoke. Oh yeah, that's working nice. And bare arms, no bugs. No bugs at all. It might be different when I turn on the twinkle lights, so. But we'll see. But yeah, the neighbor said that the other night when I did it on Facebook, 2 nights ago, I was only up for about an hour. And he was hollering over that there's a bear, he could smell a bear, but to be careful, there's a bear, there's a bear. And it just brought me back to the time that bear was in the front of the house, trying to bust in the garage. So, yeah, I got a little nervous. And then I heard something over where I had my fire the other night in the driveway when I was sitting in front of the garage. I heard metal banging, like something flipping around. And the wind was picking up, so I was kind of like, well, maybe it's just a piece of tin blew over or something, because I got lots of scrap pieces of that just propped up so nobody cuts their feet on it. And then I went in the house and checked the cameras, and nope, there was no tin down. But I did see a lynx, which freaked me right out because I had been in the house that long. When he came in and started sniffing around where my old fire pit was and where I feed my ravens, and then just sauntered down the driveway. So I was like, okay, well, I won't be doing nighttime live streams for a little bit till we make sure everything's gone. Don't know why it's here. There's nothing for it. Maybe it smells my chicken or my goat's pee towels or something. I don't know. But Yeah, we're just gonna do this till it starts getting dark and then just shut it down. Now I can always, continue the live if I'm having a good time with my friends. I can always just continue that inside, right? Ain't no harm in that. So we'll just do it from the sofa. But yeah, all the buds are coming out. I don't know where that daffodil came from. Somebody told me daffodils grow from bulbs. So I'm like, how did a bulb get? I've been here like 10 years, never had daffodil. And then found it over there by the edge of the bank near the clothesline. It just sprung up. So maybe a squirrel stole it from somebody, or but shoot, he'd have to go a long way to bring it here. Maybe a bird took it, dropped it. I don't know. But I did save it. It's still in the planter there. I didn't want Angelina to eat it. But they say the daffodils come out before the trilliums, and once the trilliums come out, then it's time to start looking for morel mushrooms. And then I'm looking forward to checking out. Oh, I do have a trillium coming out. We should be getting close then, as long as it stays muggy and warm. But I want to look for fiddleheads this year too. My favorite is the ostrich fern, but I don't pick them when they're more than 3 inches high, because then they start to get bitter, and you can't eat them once they unfurl. Then they get toxic and gross. So if you can get them when they're small, but make sure if you're going to pick fiddleheads, do your research. They're very smooth. They have brown papery fiber on the fiddlehead part itself. And when you turn the stem has like a trough all inside the center of it, right? Like it looks like a little eaves trough inside. You can't eat the ones that are fuzzy, and you can't eat the ones that just have perfectly round stalks. So do your research. But the one edible kind that's here in Ontario is the ostrich fern. So that's the fiddleheads that I like to collect and eat. My dad showed me that when I was a kid, and every time I see them, it brings back those childhood memories, right? So, and they're good too. They kind of taste like almost like a cross between asparagus and broccoli, but more subtle. Oh, are they ever good? You boil them up for a few minutes and throw them in a frying pan with some butter and some garlic. Oh my goodness. I would sit down and eat them all day. I would eat them all day. You know how most people really like chanterelle mushrooms or morel mushrooms? Well, for me, fiddleheads gives me that same yummy. Yep. I'll crawl around all day looking for those. But I might have some here, just growing off the edge of the runoff. It's not a ditch. Don't harvest anything off the roadside ditch, because there's all the salt and all the crud from the cars and everything that washes off into the ditch. And those ditches are usually just standing water. So yeah, that's never good. It'll change the flavor and any toxins that come off the road, oils, gasolines, things like that. It'll go down into that ditch, and those plants they'll filter that up into them. Same as cattail roots. Yeah, don't do them off the ditch. At the lake or something, no problem. Somewhere where you know the water's clean. My goat looked at me weird today. Found some dandelion leaves, just brand new shoots that were coming up. No dandelion flower yet, just the leaves. She's looking at me. I was picking that out of the grass and eating them. Mr. Moon's looking at me. What are you doing? I'm a goat. Today I'm a goat. So me and Angelina had a little snack of those. Probably should have washed them first, but yeah. I don't think anybody's peed in my grass. But yeah, they were pretty good. The smaller the leaf, the sweeter the taste. And tomorrow, I'm just getting raspberries starting to leaf out now. And I know it's early, but I have so many. I'm willing to sacrifice a few. I'm going to pluck some of the brand new leaves that are coming out. Just enough for a cup of tea. Pinch them good and hard, bruise them up, and then steep them. Have a cup of tea of that. I think that'll be nice. And the spruce buds are coming out too. So those will be fun to pluck a bunch of those. They got to get a little bit bigger though. And then I make tea out of that as well. You can make jam out of them too. They kind of taste like lemon and honey all by themselves. They don't really, they have a little bit of a pine taste. But when you take just those little buds that come off the end and just steep them, oh, they're good. They make an awesome tea. A lot of people like white pine, but it's, I don't know, if you boil it, it kind of gets a bitter taste. I don't really care for it. But the spruce tips, yeah, those are nice. Cedar's nice too. And at least when you pour it in your cup, it looks like a green tea. The white spruce just looks like water. I mean, it's not bad. I guess in, you know, a survival situation, you get lots of vitamin A and vitamin C, but if you're not in a survival situation, I want a cup of tea that looks like a cup of tea. Except it's green. And I think as soon as it warms up just a little bit more, we'll give it some time. I'm going to harvest some chaga off of that big golden birch. Got a big dead golden birch up the hill there. I won't take a whole bunch of it, just a little bit. Make some chaga tea. We'll all sit around and have chaga. That'll be nice. Oh, I see somebody's watching. Hi! Ain't much going on except Monday Madness. Today's what, May 6th? Whole RXTX barbecue. Happy birthday. Randy's birthday today. Simon's birthday from Yes I Can Barbecue was on the 4th. Happy birthday. I got a birthday this month too. It's not here yet. My birthday's next Monday. Day after Mother's Day. At my age, now we're going backwards. I'm not getting older. I get to go in reverse. They say, you can't drive 55. Well, I'll be 56. So I'm just going to turn around and drive back 55. And when I hit 29, I'm holding. That's it. If you can hit 29 twice, you're freaking styling. So yeah, if you guys haven't tried that Temu, it's okay, but man, they annoy the piss out of me. They send me 3-4 emails a day. Constant. And then you buy stuff, and then they're still sending you, oh, we got a deal for you, we got a deal for you, we got a deal for you. It's like, look, I just spent $75, okay? Leave me alone. And I don't like the only thing I don't like about it, like, I like their stuff. A bunch of it. Some stuff's crappy, but some stuff's really nice. Is that they give you a set spending limit before you can check out. When I first got the Temu, I had to spend at least $20 before I could check out. And then it went up to 35. And this last order, I had to have at least 35 to check out. And I don't like places where they tell you that you have to spend that much stuff or you can't buy anything. Like, what if I don't want to spend $35? What if I only want to spend $20? What if I only want to spend 15? What if I only want 1 or 2 items? But no, you got to get 6, 7 items till you reach $35 before you can check out, right? And then, like I say, I cleaned out all my emails. And this week already I have 46 emails in 7 days. 8 days. promotions. That's just the emails to tell me about the promotions. And then when you go onto the site, all right, when it says messages, you look in there. There's another 60 freaking messages. It's like, really? Okay, I'm not a billionaire. That's why they say shop like a billionaire, because they want you to buy stuff every single day. But you got to spend $35 to check out. And every time I get the coupons, they say, oh, we're sorry, we forgot to apply the coupon. Our bad. Here's some great deals for you as our apology. You want to apologize to me, credit me the coupons. But I didn't get that. So, anyways, I took a break from them for a while. And then I was playing their game for a bit too. And the game was alright, but then they start. Oh, you gotta wait a minute, 20 seconds for the stupid thing. Once you move further down, like opening your chest, you only get like 2 grams of water. But you need 10 grams of water to water your garden and your farm. So they keep you there for at least an hour. Open 15 chests. Do something else. Then you get in these water duels. And you end up watering like 80 times. Right? Well, what's 80 times 10? And then your reward is 30 grams of water. It's like, really? And then if you do the flower, then you got to plant the seed one day. Then you got to come back, sow the seed the next day. Then you got to come back and harvest the flower. So that's kind of a pain in the butt too, because they want to keep pulling you back constantly, right? Or feed the puppy. You got to show up 3 times a day. Nah, I feel bad for the because he's starving. I'm always late. I gotta feed him before 9 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 9, and I want to sleep. I want to sleep, right? And then the days that I am up early, that's because I've got other things to do. I don't have time to get pulled into a game to play a computer game for 2 hours at 6:30 in the morning. Nope. I get up when I'm usually awake at about 8:30. But if I don't have to get up, right, I'll just lay there and relax and watch Forget About It cartoon or something. Just chill out, pet the cat, and talk to her for a little bit and stretch and whatnot. Get up, grab a coffee, and relax in the lazy boy, and spend 2 hours drinking coffee, just watching TV before, you know, anything serious gets done other than my chores, right? Get those done quick and get in, get out, get it done, and then go lay back down in the lazy boy. I do my chores in my pajamas. As long as I don't get any blit on me, no schmutz, I'm fine. I'll crawl back onto the couch or something, lay there and drink my coffee. I don't have time to just sit there and play a game and then they keep interrupting you. Share with a friend. Browse these items. Invite another app user. It's like, just let me play the damn game. Stop interrupting me. Right? It's like, how many friends you think I got? I shared it with everybody once. That's enough. I don't have to keep sharing it. I'm not going to keep sharing it with them, every day. That's insane. I wouldn't have any friends left. You're spamming me, Hammy. I'm sorry. And then they get you close to your free gift. I've been close to my free gift for 2 months now, and I'm 10 cents away. 10 cents to harvest. All you gotta do is harvest a wheat. They won't let me harvest my wheat, and I've dropped thousands of gallons of water on it. Or collect coins in exchange for water. So you won the grand prize. Yay! You need 100 coins. 80 coins for you. Share to get more coins, and then I'll share it. They only give me 10. So now I'm at 90 coins. But then I got to share it with somebody who actually accepts the invite before I get it. And it's like, nobody's going to accept it. I've been spamming all my friends. I'm surprised anybody talks to me on Messenger anymore. So yeah, I just kind of let that go. Not playing with it no more. I'll just shop when I want to shop, and that's about it. But the delivery guys are awesome. I got a delivery yesterday, straight ship, That's the name of the delivery company. And these guys are fantastic. Oh my gosh, it was a different fella yesterday. But I got a delivery on Thursday, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and then I got a delivery yesterday, my last delivery by a different fella. And I mean, these guys are so kind and courteous, right? And it was just the first gentleman I couldn't really understand. He had a very thick accent, and I couldn't understand him, you know. But then again, I been just doing stuff and loud noises, and I was having a hard time hearing them. And then when I did actually hear him, like I say, his accent was really thick, so I kind of struggled. But I mean, we got through it. But I was kind of embarrassed because I couldn't understand his English. But the other fellow that showed up yesterday, he was super nice. His English was very clean, very clear, and all that, right? And yeah, they were very courteous and respectful, and yeah, so I would definitely deal with Straight Ship as a delivery company for sure. I think they're out of Toronto. Well, yeah, super nice fellas. So I gave them a good review when I went back. They want you to review your products, and on every product review, I bragged up the delivery guys from Straight Ship. I'm like, well, shit, I got to give a review on 8 items on one, 15 items on the other, so I might as well brag up the guys that took time out of their day to get it to me. So I won't be feeding my pet raven on the ground where I usually feed her. So I'm trying to get her used to coming back up on the deck, but the cat likes to hang in front of the slider doors. And so that's why I'd moved it, because she wasn't coming in. She'd circle around and she'd land and see the cat and bug her off, and she wouldn't eat. And I was getting concerned about her because she wasn't eating. So I brought it down just past where I had my fire, the last couple live feeds there by the garage, out in the driveway. And that's where I saw the lynx came right out of the bushes there and right to the pad where I feed her. So my only option is pull it up when it starts getting dark, or start feeding her up on the deck, and then pull it in when it starts getting dark. So, because I mean, she's got babies, I can hear them. I can hear them now. So she has a mate now. So that does happen. They move off and, you know, find their own territory. We still have lots of ravens, but I'm only hearing the one nest. Haven't seen turkeys in a while. They both found girlfriends and went to start a family somewhere. Because Boyd came in and brought his female with him, and Lloyd was in, the one that I thought was Ava. Turned out Ava is actually a boy, is a Lloyd. So Lloyd and Boyd. But Boyd brought his female in, and or Boyd brought his female in, and Lloyd was hanging around for a bit, but I haven't seen him. But I do have two partners of grouse that come in now. They come right into the chicken pen, and they eat up the rest of the seed that the chickens miss and the goat didn't get. And they hang out in the pine tree in there, so that's where the female likes to go all the time, up in the pine tree. That's where she roosts at night. So, but yeah, the male likes to do his fancy little dance, get all fluffed up and do his little fancy prancy dance. He did that the other day, and she saw him and she ran from him, and she hid under my truck. And I tell you what, he didn't know where she went, but I bet you he could still smell her, because he didn't bother going anywhere. He stood in the same spot for an hour, but he wasn't looking in her direction. He was just looking every other direction but under the truck. She was just hanging out under the truck behind the tire. I guess she just wasn't in the mood. Didn't feel like getting romanced. So yeah, like I say, once it starts getting dark, I'm out of here. I got some stuff to do anyways. Throw on my superhero cape. I am dressed. I got jeans on. T-shirt. But my superhero cape today is this color. It's not pink, go figure. Well, this one has a hood. But I don't want this stove just cranking, so like I say, I'm not staying out here much longer, so no, there's no point in having it cranking. But yeah, I put the tin foil there so when I shut the door, it's not acting like the flue, like a draw or whatever. And yeah, she's smoking good now. Keeping the bugs down, but I'm not getting much heat from it. I think it's still a little chilly. But the tin foil's across there just so no hot coals will roll out because it's hot now. I don't really want to be messing with it, but you can already see down here where it's dented. There's quite the hole underneath. The hole comes down like that. So anything that comes out of the stove, right, or up against the door is going to fall out. Better safe than sorry. Even though it's on patio stones, if the wind picks up, I got grass on each side, and there's a lot of dead grass off to my left. It's flat. It's not like tall grass or nothing, but why take a chance? There we go. But yeah, this little tarp, the way it's set up, the swing set isn't like a kid's swing set. It's like for adults. It's homemade, all welded together. But it's to hold a big, that heavy bench swing that I've got over that ditch so Angelina doesn't step in the ditch. It sat out. It was here when I moved here. And it sat out for years, and the wood's rotten, so if you sit on it, your bum goes right through it, right? So I'm just going to keep the pieces, all the metal pieces for it, and probably use like chunks of 2x6 or something for the seat, and then something smaller for the back. Or I may actually just go all natural and just use logs. But this thing's really heavy duty, and the framework for that swing is all heavy steel and big bolts. And I mean, there's big bolts that go through for each little individual piece of wood that was on it. So there's 3 sections. So I'll just re-bolt something to it. It's got a chain, it's got big heavy hooks, and this here has these big heavy couplers that are welded right to the top so that it swings nice. I mean, any swing would work on it, but this whole swing set would be absolute overkill for anything that wasn't heavy. So yeah, I just took that big tarp and basically did it like a baker's tent, because I can lay in the back if I want to. The concrete, the patio stones, they don't go all the way to the back. It's nice and soft back there. So it'd be a good spot to put a little raised bed and have my stove and do camp outs here. And, you know, spend all day out at camp making it, you know, the fun party for it. And then come here and just kind of chill out and eat. But like I say, I'm not that far from the house. I could throw this piece of wood and hit the house. I'm only about 10-15 feet from the back door. But it still would be better with a dog. Or a friend. Have a friend do a camp out. That would be fun. There's enough room to my left. You know, my friend could pitch a tent. We could just hang out here, drink beers, tell stories, talk about people. That would Melissa's dating Robert. No, that's scary. Melissa's mustache is bigger than Robert's. Are they happy? Yeah, well, I guess that's all that matters. So I still haven't figured out what those shiny rocks are yet. I should just Google them. I've got pink quartz, red quartz, white quartz, granite, and something that looks like a marble quartz. But I don't know what the big shiny is. Oh, it's starting to rain. No, I'm not getting wet. So tonight's supper is barbecued sausages and made 2 packages of them. Got to eat them up. And then been having like potatoes with them. One night was baked potatoes. The next night it was fried baked potatoes. And then tonight I was kind of sick of potatoes, so I just mixed up some Kraft dinner, but I threw in and boiled up a bunch of that mixed veggies medley or whatever. You know, it's got green beans, peas, and corn and carrots in it. Boiled that up, cooked some Kraft dinner, strained it all, put some cheese whiz in it. I know, right? With the cheese powder, some milk, and some garlic, and some margarine or butter, and a little bit of both actually. And I just stirred that all up and barbecued sausages, big hunter sausage, with some cheesy pasta and vegetables. It was actually pretty good, and it was quick too, because all I had to do was just reheat the sausages. I had to get out and do chores, and then Angelina started picking on her chickens, so we had to straighten that out. But yeah, tomorrow I'm moving all the chickens into the other coop. It's not quite finished yet, but it's safe enough, you know what I mean? Just got to put in some bird blocking at the top, so nothing crawling through the top, and then just pack around the floor, because the insulation's not in it yet, so the walls aren't up on the inside. The outside walls are up, and the vapor barrier's up, and then it's got plywood floor. But until the insulation goes in, there's those little gaps in between the 2x4s, the struts, whatever. I guess they're not struts. You know what I mean. You put your 2x4s up, wrap your building, and then put the planking up on the outside. So, but it's not cold, and I can run a heat lamp in there. If I can run a regular light bulb, I can run a heat lamp. So. And they have their own little chicken door and a ramp already. Right now I use it just for the alfalfa hay, just to keep it separate from the big rounds. I only got 2 bales in there now and a big bag of sawdust, so I just got to put up some perches, and I got a whole bunch of nesting boxes and laundry baskets and buckets and stuff to make nesting boxes. And I don't have nearly as many as I did before, because like I say, when you get them all around the same age, like if you get all day olds, when they start to die, you know, when they're 5, 6 years old, you tend to lose them quickly. They don't really, they're all born around the same time, and sadly they usually all pass around the same time. So right now, as it stands, I've got 15 chickens and a goat. She gets excited when I do the head count. I gotta count them all. Okay, we got 6 reds. We got 2 black and whites, 2 grays, 3 pure whites, a driftwood looking one, and the rooster. And then I get to her, and then she's like, by then I'm at 15, right? And then she's looking at me, and I go, "You're 16!" And she gets all excited, and I give her a cookie. It's a goat cookie. It's safe for her, so. Yep. Every time I do a head count, and I count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quit moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quit moving. So then I had to start going by colors. 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 3 whites. Okay, that's 9. 2 black and whites. 10, 11. All right. 2 grays. 12, 13. Driftwood. 14. Rooster. 15. Angelina. 16. And she gets a cookie. So sometimes the number's different, but when I get to her, I always use that high-pitched voice. And, you know, it used to be 21. She's like, "Give me my cookie." But yeah, she'll be really good when I try to do the count. I say, "Okay, Mom, I gotta do a head count." Everybody just kind of stops now because they know, right? And she'll stand still. As long as she stands still, the chickens will just peck at their own feet, you know, around their feet, right? They don't really run off. She starts moving, of course, they start scattering and going everywhere. This is probably pretty boring. That's probably why nobody comes to these live feeds. But like I say, until I get it figured out. Oh, and there's my battery beeping. Of course, my battery's beeping, and I don't have any power out here. Oh, now I see comments. What happened before I didn't have no comments? Okay. Yeah, okay, Virginia, but hi, Steven. Fire's cooking now. Yeah, it sure is. Come back. I'm still trying to learn. I am. All right. This is probably gonna die. My charger is way upstairs, and I gotta find an extension cord. So I think I'm gonna have to call it. All right, but I'll plug in, and maybe I'll come back. Maybe we'll do take 2. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to do a live stream with you. I just know that I have to download StreamYard on the computer as well as on the tablet. I can't just run one without the other. So, but yeah, I'll definitely do that with you, but it'd probably be inside the house so I can see comments. All right, folks. So I'm going to call it for just for now, and maybe I'll do another pop up in a little bit because it's starting to get dark. So maybe I'll get situated and who knows? Maybe not. All right. I love you. God loves you. Keep your moonshine on. Be good to one another. And we shall see you soon. Bye.